Harold, you left the toilet seat up again. The plot twist of a comic like this is that the hair that's in the sink is black, which means it's his, not hers. So what I'm actually getting from this comic, because this is true of probably the only people that make these comics, is that he's actually just not pulling his weight around the house, and she's having to spend basically her whole day cleaning up after him. So all of this mess, pretty much, bar like the bras, is probably his, and she spends all day trying to clean up after him. Because let's be real, no one that makes this kind of comic actually cleans up after themselves in the house. Special thank you to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel and supporting my content. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today we are going to be once again returning to r/AreTheStraightsOK. The answer, as always, is probably not. Very quickly before we begin, I just wanted to mention that, as always, I will be live on Thursday at 7 PM UK time, so go check that out on my Twitch. That's twitch.tv/BlueTheNerd, or equally you can catch the videos on my Blue the Nerd Live YouTube channel the next day. It's always a good time. Quite often I'm painting, and when I'm painting, we often go off on weird ADHD tangents where we look at things like fucking Devo. So go check it out, it's always fun. Other than that, let's get into the subreddit, shall we? The tweet. Anyone know of a nail tech based in New York City that does hard gel/Russian manicures? The reply. Your life is a joke. A bloated, grotesque monstrosity. You were fat, you were ugly, you were a feminist. No, unacceptable. Lose weight, become pretty. Accept that men are superior. This will bring you victory. I miss when people that had like Roman statues as their profile pictures were actually historians and history buffs and not just misogynists and racists that think that the Roman Empire is a sign of my strength. But the irony of a guy talking about how she's ugly and fat and that she needs to accept men are superior, but they won't even have a picture of themselves on their Twitter account. Who's the coward, really? They're just scared that she would clap back with a comment about their appearance, so, you know, they'll cover it up with a picture of a Roman emperor. Before and after the woke infection. I'm gonna point out something about these two pictures. The most important thing about these two pictures, the only thing that matters about these two pictures, the before and the after. Just have a look at her for a second. What do you think it is I'm gonna say? She's happy in both pictures. That's all that fucking matters. She was happy before, she's happy now. Leave her the fuck alone. Lisa's daily routine for becoming a better wife. Wake up at 5 AM to prepare breakfast for your husband. Eggs, bacon, toast, freshly brewed coffee. Make sure everything is ready by 5:30 AM. Gym from 6 AM to 7 AM. Keep in shape, no excuses. Clean the entire house from 7:30 AM to 9:30 AM, including vacuuming, dusting, and mopping the floors. Laundry must be done daily and folded by 10 AM. Prepare lunch for your husband by 12 PM, even if he work. Pack it the night before if necessary. Dinner must be served at 6:30 PM sharp. A fresh home-cooked meal every day. No takeout allowed. Be available for snacks and drinks whenever your husband or his friends are around, especially after 8 PM. Snacks must be homemade. Ensure the house is quiet after 9 PM for your husband's relaxation. No distractions during his TV time. Go to bed by 10 PM to get enough rest, but only after making sure everything is ready for the next day. Smile and be supportive no matter how tired you are, because a good wife keeps the household stress-free. A good wife keeps the household stress-free for everyone apart from herself, apparently. Jesus Christ, this is the most controlling and toxic thing I have ever seen or heard. This is like a huge red flag. Anybody that would expect their wife to live up to everything on this list is actually insane. And I implore anybody in this situation to get the fuck out. Note that at no point here does it ever mention any personal time for her. It doesn't mention she can have her own friends around. It mentions he gets his personal TV time and she has to prepare snacks for him to have his friend around. But what about her? She's just on her own, isolated, catering after her useless husband all day. That's not a life. That's imprisonment. That's indentured servitude. Cis women generally don't have hair on their legs. If you know women who do, they are most likely trans or have some kind of hormone imbalance. They just regularly prove that they've just never spent time with a woman. Yeah, I've never dated a woman. How could you tell? Probably the fact that you know nothing about them. Women do have hair on their legs. The only reason you don't see it very commonly is because they shave them. Women regularly shave their legs. If they didn't have hair on their legs, they wouldn't need to regularly shave their legs. Can you see where these things line up here? Kamala Harris will appear on Alex Cooper's Call Her Daddy podcast next week, one of the top podcasts for women in the US. The interview will be focused on reproductive rights.
Women have become single-issue voters, with the issue as being able to spread your legs to let as many men possible raw dog you with no consequences.
I have many responses to this, however, Sadgasm81 put it better than I probably could in this comment, where they said, imagine your head being so far up your ass that you think this is the single issue women are voting for. Also, why does sex need to have consequences? I thought pregnancies were a gift from God. Why is it being treated like a punishment? And why are women the only ones who should be punished for having sex? Yeah, because you never see them go, a man should be forced to raise a child after he got a woman pregnant. No, there's the double standard here that this person would almost certainly go, well, he's not the one that's pregnant. She's the problem. She's spreading her legs. What about the men? If this is an issue, should it not also be an issue for the men to be having sex with women? And this isn't a single issue that women are voting for. This is one part of women's rights that is being discussed here, but women's rights are a very important issue for women to be voting on. It's not like, women have become single issues because they want to maintain their rights. Like, that statement shouldn't even need to be said. And on a similar subject, ew, women aren't just objects. I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a pee-pee poo-poo, etc. Pictures of my butthole for $13.99 a month, honey. So, to anybody that isn't a moron, I probably don't need to say this, okay? But someone being a sex worker doesn't make them an object. I know that's a crazy thing to say in the 21st fucking century, but they have a service that people want to buy. And in fact, the vast majority of the people buying the services are the people that criticize them for having such a service. But that's literally all it is. They have a service people want to buy. They are still a human being. You don't go into McDonald's and treat the McDonald's workers like objects because they are working in a McDonald's, because they have a service you want to buy. Actually, I can absolutely see the people that make these kinds of memes being the Karens that walk into a McDonald's and demand unreasonable things. So maybe that's a moot point. But people aren't objects just because they offer services. They're human beings that offer services. And in fact, you wouldn't be entitled to this person's body outside of the service they provide, because it's a service, which is another point that means they are not an object, because you're not entitled to their body. It is a service they provide, a service that they can retract at any point that they decided they would want to, a service that you have to pay for to receive, and a service that you are not entitled to if you are not paying for it. They are not objects. I shouldn't have to say this. Had sex for the first time ever with my boyfriend, but he texted me the day after with a list of mistakes I made. That's already a red flag. I, 20 female, lost my virginity to my boyfriend, 30 male. That's another red flag, a couple days ago. I knew that going in, I was going to be nervous and clumsy. The sex was pretty awkward and sometimes it hurt, so I had to ask him to stop a bit. He did come, but I couldn't come, probably due to nerves. Anyway, the next day, I woke up to a text from him basically listing the things I did wrong during sex. This is the text.
Be sexier. Don't be so quiet. Moan and scream. Your head game needs a lot of work. Look it up. Don't act awkward. You're not a virgin anymore, so don't act like it. You need to get better at shaving. Don't tell a guy to stop when he's getting into it. It ruins the mood. Let me try what I want. Not letting me ruins the mood. Don't be shy. It's not sexy.
So don't get me wrong, I'm not against being told how I can do stuff better. I know that I'm not going to be great at sex, obviously. I just don't really like the way he did it. Get the fuck out. Leave him, run away as far as you can. There are so many red flags here. This is a man, a 35-year-old man, trying to groom you, a 20-year-old who has never had sex before. Run away. Run away. There's so many things wrong with all of this, but the message that he sent and the weird ways he put it, the rappy undertones. Don't tell a guy to stop when he's getting into it and let me do what I want. Those are the rappiest things I've heard. Run away. Good God. There was not a single thing here that wasn't a red flag about this man. Schoolgirls told to wear longer skirts to create a good work environment for male staff. If male staff are in any way distracted by children's needs, I don't think they should be allowed near a school, to be honest. Agreed, I agree. I have always held the opinion that if a school values someone's dress code more than they value their education, then that is a shit school. My school did it. I grew up in the UK, and it's really common here. Girls would regularly be sent home because their clothes weren't like up to the standard of the school. Boys would never be sent home, even if they broke uniform rules. Never. It's a double standard. But it's also a really toxic thing where they basically go, we value the boys' education more than yours because you're distracting the boys, and we value the school's image more than your education because you're sullying the school's image. And it's just really toxic. It's super duper toxic. It just immediately sets girls up for this idea that everything is valued over their personal feelings and how they want to live their lives. It's not good. It's not good. But if it's distracting teachers, they probably shouldn't be teachers. It's crazy some people don't believe I'm straight. This pic proves I only enjoy heterosexual passion with my female wife. I thought that this was satire, and I looked this man up, and he is a Republican senator. Neither of these people looks like they want to kiss the other person. They look like they're trying to pass spaghetti between them, like... There's two terms I'm going to introduce you to here. Two queer terms that it's actually quite sad need to exist, okay? There's two queer terms. One is a beard and the other is fish and chips. A beard is a heterosexual partner that a woman has to cover up the fact that she is not heterosexual. And fish and chips are the wife and children that a gay man has to cover up the fact that he is a gay man. I will leave you to fill in the rest of the blanks.
Women that wear loose t-shirts over their workout clothes in the gym are the reason sexism exists. How am I supposed to respect you when you're afraid to show your body? Even around chill men. For f***'s sake, I hate it.
Are you supposed to be the chill men? Because I ain't getting it. Women literally can't win. So you have posts like this going, oh, you're covering up? How am I meant to respect you if you're covering up? But then these same people will also post, you don't want me to look at your body? How am I supposed to not look at your body when you wear revealing clothes and yoga pants to the gym? Women literally cannot win. They cannot win with these kinds of people. You just can't. You just can't win. You cannot win. Honestly, don't even try. Don't even bother trying to win against these people. Just live your life however the f*** you want to live it.
Me IRL.
Huh, he's just a friend.
Okay then, text him, let's f*** and see what he says.
This one is ultimate projection. We might have had this post in a video before, but I'm going to talk about it again because this is just an example of this person going, well, I would f*** a female friend if she asked me to. Therefore, every man must be willing to do that. Or maybe it's you that is the problem, sir. Maybe the fact is you're a terrible human being that would f*** a random friend if she asked for it, and not everyone else. Perhaps, perchance, perhaps, just a little, perhaps.
Divorces are a pain. My wife finally meets my divorce attorney, Mr. Stairs.
It was probably a terrible idea to post this. If this is what comes to your mind when she wants a divorce, she's probably right. I'm really glad that the comments were like not insane because good God. Yeah, her divorce attorney is probably gonna find this meme and she's gonna win the divorce and win a lot more than you would want her to win because you make memes like this, sir. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, you want to leave me? How about I murder you? Yeah, real fucking sane, dude. Real fucking sane. That right there is a man who is not at all unhinged or insane. No, healthy brain on this guy. Check out the healthy cranium on this guy.
Your man still goes to work even when he doesn't feel like it, which is why you should sleep with him even when you don't feel like it. Remember, relationships take work.
So women work. That should probably be the end of it, but you having a job doesn't entitle you to sex, and women also have jobs. So it's a point that doesn't make any sense. In the modern era, the majority of relationships have both the woman and the man in a heteronormative relationship. They both work, they both have jobs. Our current economy very rarely supports a single person working in a relationship. So the meme doesn't make sense, and this is some like literally the most generic Chad bro I've ever seen that's like making a point that makes no sense because he feels like he should be entitled to sex because he has a job that he doesn't want to have, just like fucking every other human being on this planet. You're not special, bro. You're not entitled to shit. And the final post, we're ending on a funny one here. Who's going to tell straight men Locktober is actually a chastity cake? Look at all these. Ew, I'm a fucking Chad gym bro. I'm doing Locktober, bro. No women are getting this. What do you mean it's a kink? What do you mean it's a kink thing? Huh? What do you mean you got rid of the key? I got a bust, man. No, I just did it for the TikTok, bro. No, people are gonna think I'm gay now. Oh, it's so stupid. It's so dumb. Oh. And that's where I'm going to end the video, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed. Ah, man. If you would like to support me in making more content like this, then I have a Patreon in the description down below. Or equally, you can click on the join button on the channel to support me. It helps a lot more than you might realize, but by no means should you feel like you have to. I'm going to keep making content regardless. A huge, massive special thank you to all of the YouTube members and patrons that do support me, however. All of your names are on screen right now, and it genuinely means so much. It makes such a huge difference. So thank you to everybody that does. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.